Heartland fans, brace yourselves because this week's episode didn't just shake things up, it split the fandom in half. What started as a simple flight turned into a mess of bad choices, stranded pilots, emotional confessions, and a bear lurking in the woods. Not exactly the glorious comeback we were hoping for, but still, there's plenty to unpack, so let's dive in. The episode opens right where things left off with Caleb's small plane sputtering midair. For a moment, it felt like this might finally be one of those jaw-dropping Heartland emergencies, the kind of tension we used to get in the older seasons. The engine cuts out, the radio is dead, and it looks like they're going down. But just when you think disaster is about to hit, Caleb somehow manages to land the plane safely in an open field. Relief? Sure. But that feeling doesn't last long because now he and Nathan are completely stranded in the middle of nowhere, miles from anyone and with no way to call for help. Back at Heartland, Amy's working with Dale's horses when she hears about the missing plane. Dale promises to send a rescue team, but of course another emergency pops up and that plan gets delayed. Amy and Ashley aren't having it. Without wasting a second, they saddle up and ride out to find the guys themselves. Not the smartest decision maybe, but honestly, who among us wouldn't do the same? Meanwhile, Caleb's situation goes from bad to worse. He accidentally drains the radio battery overnight. Ashley's earlier decision to dump the spare water comes back to haunt them. And to top it all off, there's a bear prowling nearby. So yeah, things are tense, but somehow the episode still doesn't hit the high-stakes energy we were promised. Caleb wants to stay put and wait for help. Nathan, being stubborn as ever, insists on finding water, and of course ends up getting hurt in the process. Caleb chases after him, and before long, Nathan's limping and Caleb's losing his patience. Predictable? A bit. And to be honest, the whole thing felt like it could have been shot on someone's iPhone. Some of those camera angles were rough. Now, one of the moments fans were really waiting for, the heated argument between Caleb and Nathan, does happen, but not quite in the way we imagined. The tension is there, sure, but it fizzles out before it really lands. Nathan throws a few barbed comments about Amy, claiming both he and Caleb are still living in Ty's shadow, like no one could ever truly replace him. Caleb tries to brush it off, insisting Amy's just a close friend, but come on, what kind of friend keeps trying to kiss you every chance he gets? Let's call it what it is. Eventually, after Nathan gets injured, the two are forced to rely on each other. Slowly, the anger gives way to teamwork. They start working together, and by the end, they're almost on the same page. But again, it all happens too fast, and the emotional payoff just isn't there. While the guys are struggling in the wilderness, Amy and Ashley's rescue mission is hitting its own bumps. Their horses aren't moving well together until Amy suddenly realizes they need to ride side by side instead of one behind the other. Boom. Problem solved. Just like that. I mean, sure, it's Heartland, but come on, could we maybe make it a little less cartoon-level easy? Still, we do get a deeper look at Ashley this episode, and honestly, her story hit hard. Since we last saw her, life hasn't been kind. She's raising kids, trying to rebuild after her second husband cheated on her, and now struggling with serious trust issues. The sad part is that everyone keeps pretending her trust problems are just from that past marriage, when in reality, Caleb's the one who hasn't exactly been transparent either. He hid his feelings for Amy, kept things from Ashley, and somehow we're supposed to forget that? Not me. By the end, Amy and Ashley finally track down Caleb and Nathan, and everything wraps up neatly. Too neatly. Everyone's safe, everyone's smiling, and there's that familiar Heartland warmth. But the episode's tension never quite sticks. Now, next week's episode looks a lot more promising. Nathan will be spending more time with the Flemings, and Amy's career is about to hit a rough patch. She's hired to treat an Olympian's horse, but when she can't figure out the problem, the rider starts spreading rumors that she's lost her touch. Her reputation takes a hit, and you can tell it's going to crush her. But Nathan will be right by her side, defending her, supporting her, and even hinting that one day he wants to marry her. Could this finally be the fresh start Amy deserves? We'll see. Back at the ranch, though, things were much lighter this week. Jack hires a new ranch hand named Dex, and let's just say the guy's not exactly cowboy material. He can't ride, doesn't know what he's doing, and immediately becomes the punchline of everyone's jokes. Lou and Lisa even bet he won't last a week. Then Dex disappears for an appointment in town, making everyone think he's quitting already. Turns out he had a doctor's visit, the kind that changes your life. He finds out his hockey injury is career-ending. That's why he went drinking afterward, trying to drown the news. When Jack finds him the next morning passed out in the horse stalls, he's furious until he learns the truth. And that's when Jack's attitude softens. For the first time, he sees Dex as more than just a lazy ranch hand. He sees a kid who's lost his dream. And honestly, that story hit harder than anything else in the episode, because Dex feels like the next generation, like the show quietly setting him and Katie up to become the new Amy and Ty. Katie, meanwhile, spends the episode struggling with nerves about meeting her rodeo friends. But with Peter's encouragement and Lou's gift of an instant camera, she finally finds her confidence. By the end of the night, she's laughing, relaxed, and wouldn't you know it? Dex is there, trying to ride a mechanical bull. It's awkward, funny, and kind of sweet. Their paths cross again on the drive home when Katie spots him walking along the road, lost and drunk but determined to get back and help the old guy. It's messy but endearing, and you can see exactly where this is headed. So maybe the plane drama wasn't the comeback we hoped for, but Heartland seems to be planting seeds for a new era. Dex and Katie are clearly the next big focus, while Amy and Nathan's relationship heads towards something long-term. And if you ask me, Ty can never truly be replaced, but Dex might just be the spark this show needs to keep its heart beating. For more weekly Heartland breakdowns, theories, and updates on Season 19, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell because the next few episodes look like they're about to get emotional.